Sarah's Tarot and Oracle for the Soul. And I haven't gone live at all this month. I had all these videos and ideas, and I know people were looking forward to especially seeing pictures from Phoenix. And I don't know, honestly, I can't promise you guys those videos. I've been in a real funk. Lana Del Rey's Summertime Sadness has like really hit me. I really haven't gone outside or swimming or really done much of anything because it's just too hot, and I've been dealing with some things, and so I don't know. I mean, it's like, how much do I share? I'm also kind of dealing with that, like feeling very overexposed, feeling like maybe I shared too much on some of my videos in the past, or that I do share too much, and it's kind of like me reevaluating my place and my spot on YouTube, in the YouTube universe. But today, yeah, so I just wanted to jump in. I am in my collector's era. I just had purchased Outi Harma's I Am Queen Oracle because Elizabeth from The More Intuitive Me loves this deck, and I do have to say, I am so happy I bought this. It is like just absolutely a gorgeous deck. I mean, look at the inside. It says, allow the window of the queen within, oh wait, sorry. Allow the wisdom of the queen within to guide you. So I absolutely love that. And the cards are just so beautiful. And the gilding, oh my gosh, chef's kiss. Let me show y'all the gilding. Look at this gilding. Isn't it gorgeous? It's gold and a holographic. It's stunning. Let me pull a card. Let's set the tone for this live today. I'm in my Lisa Frank era. You can tell it by the dress, the nails, the earrings, like totally embracing Lisa Frank, fun, colorful art. Yes, hi Eli Santos. Welcome, welcome. Yes, please like and subscribe. Thank you, Nikolai. Welcome to everyone who's just joined in. All right, what is the card for today? Number 9, we've got Queen of the Underworld. Yes, I feel like I am. It's tapping into my Summertime Sadness, my Lana Del Rey vibes right now. All right, so let's read what Outi wrote for Queen of the Underworld. Hi, Natasha. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. All right, so I am reading from I Am Queen Oracle. Have you ever wondered about the realm of the Queen of the Underworld? In her domain, shadows are not feared, but are embraced as integral aspects of the human experience. She navigates the depths of the psyche with courage and understanding, refusing to shy away from its darker corners. What can you learn from her approach? Rather than denying or repressing them, she confronts and befriends her shadows, recognizing them as aspects of her being, finding her within. Take a moment to reflect on what qualities you often do not like to reveal to others or yourself. When do you feel ashamed, or when do you feel ashamed of or embarrassed about them? What parts of you reject or believe you are undeserving or unworthy of love? How and when do you judge yourself and others? These are the shadows we all have, waiting to be acknowledged and integrated. What areas have you delved into when looking into your shadow side? There you can find your powerful queen of the underworld. Her gifts. Instead of pushing this queen away, pay attention to your shadow as the first step in connecting with the queen of the underworld. Witness those parts of yourself you judged as being unpleasant or unacceptable, and compassionately acknowledge them. By accepting them, you're already shining a light on the shadows. Underworld visits are needed to live a balanced life. Allow the queen of the underworld's wisdom to guide you through the depths of your psyche. Seek a balance between light and dark, recognizing that both are essential for growth and transformation. What's my favorite book? Okay. Nikolai, we got a troll. My favorite book. So, my favorite book is Christopher Penzock's The Magic of Reiki. That book is amazing. If you have any interest in Reiki or the occult or magic, any Christopher Penzock book is going to be amazing. So, Land of the Goat, thank you for your question. Yeah, that Christopher Penzock is my favorite author for the occult, and I just think his books are amazing. So if you're looking for a really good book to read, The Magic of Reiki is excellent. Speaking of books, I'm going back to basics, which is hilarious. I just picked this book up at work. It's called Pagan Metaphysics 101, The Beginning of Enlightenment by Springwolf. Let's see. Reverend Vicky Carey, PhD Springwolf. So I'm reading this book right now. Can y'all see it? And it was, published by Schiffer Publishing. And it's just going back to basics. Like, what do you believe? What are your beliefs on reincarnation? What are your beliefs on the divine? What are your beliefs on God and Goddess? What are your beliefs? So it's interesting to like examine this, even though I've asked those questions many times, and I keep changing. You know, what I believed 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, compared to 10 years ago and now are very, very different. So I think it's interesting. So I actually really like the questions that she asks in here, and kind of like being like, she acknowledges that we change and we grow, especially when you're on the spiritual path, because we're always researching, we're always reading, right? Like, I know I am. And so Land of the Goat, like, what's your favorite book? Like, do you have a favorite metaphysical book, and what would you recommend? Because, you know, I'm always reading and researching, and you know, even with these decks, like buying all these decks and discovering what artists and authors I really like. You know, it changes too with time, right? So we change and grow, and our beliefs change and grow, and I'm definitely in a period of change right now, and not quite sure what I believe and what I want, but knowing that, you know, spirituality and metaphysics are real. The name I was given by Kara Billings. I'm not sure, is Kara Billings author? So I went to the creator of the I Am Queens website, because she's an artist, Outi Harma, and I wanted to see if she had any like decks that she did not mass produce, and she did, and it was on sale, so I went ahead and purchased it. So that's actually what I'm going to do today, is do an unboxing and first impression of this deck. She like wrapped it up really, really well. Lots of bubble wrap. This deck was not damaged in shipping, that's for sure. I mean, this deck. Even more, I got through like one layer. And we'll see what else. So Kara Billings gave you the name Land of the Goat. So after the 2 layers of bubble wrap, she has it wrapped in this pink with a thank you. Like, that's so cute. I like it when they do special touches. It's wrapped so nicely. All right. Oh, and then look, it comes with like a pink bow, and it's in a plastic case. Okay, that's cool. I like it. Oh, and there's like a little piece of artwork. Shine like the whole universe is yours. That's a quote by Rumi. And then we have Outi Art, OutiArt.com, Instagram.com/OutiArt, and her business number. So very cool. I love this bright pink ribbon. Oh no, I don't want to cut it. I do not want to cut it. But I had to cut it. All right, so it doesn't come with a book. These cards are quite large. Wow. Very definitely oracle size. So this is the Lost Commandments deck, and it says 32 ways to save your soul. This deck of daily inspiration cards reveals all the divine wisdom that didn't quite fit on the original stone tablets. Each card features a supremely sacred and wildly wacky suggestion for living life fully, and thou shalt find them easy to use as down-to-earth guides for insight and inspiration. So then we have how to use this deck. Choose a card, seen or unseen. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Let the image of the card rest in your thoughts. Contemplate it without demanding immediate answers. Ask yourself what insight might be drawn from the card. How does it apply to conflicts in your life, areas you wish to grow, traits you value or hope to strengthen? Keep the image of the card and the meanings it has generated in your mind all day. Let new insights come to you. Incorporate the lessons of the card into your actions. So the text is by Bonnie Solomon, art by Outi Harma, OutiArt.com, copyright 2014. So this deck is, or was last week, on sale on her website. So yeah, I picked it up because I was like, ooh, sale, and it was the only deck. All her other decks that she self-published were sold out. So I was like, let me snatch this up. So this one is Take Responsibility. Life happens, how you relate to it is up to you. Oh, thank you, Nikolai. I appreciate it. So it's on the back of the card, which is cool. I like this one. Embrace contrast. Would you really want it to be sunny every day? Sure, it might be pleasant, but without a little rain, you'd never get a rainbow. That's true, and I love rainbows. Obviously, as you can tell, I've got my rainbow outfit on. So, oh, sweet. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Nikolai. So yeah, $22. You guys, that's for an indie published for her artwork. That's such a great deal. And my sister, she had a painting of me actually commissioned based on Outi's artwork. So she had the high school art teacher do a painting of me, and it's pretty cool. It's up in my husband's studio hanging. So but it's so fun. Oh, you guys, and look what else I got, because I bought so many new decks. I got this new bookshelf to house my new books and decks. So yeah, you're getting a peek into some of my newest.
You want to share it?
Yeah. Oh yay, my husband brought it for me.
It's kind of heavy.
Ooh, it's super heavy. All right, so here is, he knew exactly what I was talking about. So it says, my beauty comes from having my own style, living my own way, and knowing my own mind. And then there's writing in a spiral around it, behind it. So yeah, like, it's pretty cool. So, yeah, my sister knows me so well, even though we don't get along. She knows me well. So yeah, I've been on a deck buying what's the word? Kick. So yeah, and so I had to pick up this new bookshelf, and I love it because it spins and it's so cool, and I can just sit here and pull decks and cards. So, all right, so I love this card too. It's so pretty. It's very rainbow. Oh, and so this card, this whole like embrace contrast. We watched this movie called Eternity with Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller, and it's about this couple. They've been married for like, I think it was like 37 years, 40 years, something like that, and they're at their granddaughter's baby shower, and the husband chokes on a pretzel and passes away. And when he wakes up, he's in eternity, and he has to pick where he wants to spend eternity. And him and his wife, as they were driving to the baby shower, well, it wasn't even a baby shower, it was a gender reveal party. They're arguing. He wanted to go on vacation to the beach. She wanted to go on vacation to the mountains. And she had the big C, and it was terminal, and they hadn't told their family yet. So the wife passes away within a week of him, and she meets him in heaven, and he was on his way to go to the beach, spend eternity in the beach. But he sees her, and so he like runs off the escalator and gets in and chases her down, and is like, wait. Well, she's happy, and then all of a sudden her first husband shows up, and they didn't really get a life together because he had passed away in the war. So they'd only been married for a short time, and so then it was like she has to decide, well, which eternity does she want to go to, and then who does she want to spend her eternity with. So they go to these different worlds. So they go to beach world, they go to mountain world, because that's again where like the first husband would have picked mountain world, and the second husband picked beach world. And there's people trying to escape. They want to escape their worlds because it's the same thing every day. I was excited there's a library world and there was a Studio 54 world, and I was like, oh man. And a beach world, I was like, well, can I just go to all three? Because you don't want to party all the time, and you don't want to like relax all the time, and you don't want to read all the time. Like doing the same thing all the time does get pretty boring, right? Like even in life, like I couldn't imagine. I don't know how my parents did it, having the same job, the same career for 30 plus years. Like I would be so bored doing the same thing day in, day out for 30 plus years with the same people. I mean, my dad has been retired for 20 years now, and he still meets up with his coworkers that he worked with for 30 years and has breakfast weekly with them. I'm just like, wow, he still misses them. But I think that's cool that they're still friends and they still meet. But it just shows you, it's like, yeah, all work and no play isn't fun, but all play and no work isn't fun. And so it's like finding balance, right? All right, so this card is so beautiful. I love all the colors. This says, color outside the lines. Be messy, break the rules. Unsettle your soul and let it run free. Life is art. For maximum results, do not paint by numbers. Yes, I love that. I love it so much. But I will have to say, the more unconventional your life is, the stronger and the more secure you need to be within yourself, because it's very difficult to go against the grain of society. It's very difficult to live your truth, because you will be judged. Hi, Timothy. Thomas, thank you. Welcome, welcome. You will be judged, and you will be sometimes outcast, and you will maybe not necessarily fit in with a lot of people or have a lot of friends. But know that at least you are living your truth. So, I know that I find it difficult, being child-free, meeting other, child-free people, especially in Roswell. In Phoenix, it wasn't bad. Most of my friends either had one child or were child-free, so. But here in Roswell, it's a little different. All right, this card is be you, because the world doesn't need another someone else. So I think it would be cool though if we could all stand in our truth and take that leap of faith and be that brave to live exactly how we want to live. But we're also worried about being judged, and we're also worried about what other people think and not living up to our potential. So I understand why very few people step outside of the lines, because it's scary and it can be lonely and isolating. And but you know what, I guess also living the life that you don't want to live is also can be lonely and frustrating as well. But again, balance, right? And then it's like, how much do you want to share with people? Forgive. The tyrant in your heart is tired of holding court and secretly screams of the day that you rebel. Release your resentment and you will become free. It's not about the other person, and forgiveness is for you. I love that card. Oh, this tree is beautiful. This is hydrate, which is something I don't do enough of. Make time for self-care. If you don't water yourself, you'll die, please. Nobody likes to look at a dead plant. True. Nobody likes to look at a dead plant. I feel called out right now. I have not left the house today, and I don't know if I left the house yesterday. I sometimes have problems with that. I don't like leaving my house. Oh no, I did leave the house yesterday. That's right, I had to, and it wasn't good. And I know yesterday it was the morning of the full moon, and so energies were off. I was not feeling it. Yeah. People need people. The internet won't come over with a gallon of ice cream and rub your feet after a hard day. At least not yet. And I am not looking forward to that day. I don't think we need that day. I like how the people are planted. They have roots and spirals. I love that. This artwork just speaks to me so much. Play. You'll live longer and have more fun. Don't forget, you're never too old to be a free spirit. Exactly. So I'm not a big person into dystopian movies. I usually try to stay away from them, but we are actually watching Brave New World, the series, and I know it's supposed to be dystopian, but I don't know, I'm really torn, y'all, because that society where, nobody's sick, people don't really have emotions, they take soma, they're all drug addicts, they're all they call it soma, and they're on soma all the time, and nobody really has any emotions. But then again, nobody is an individual, and nobody has their own thoughts. So that's the dystopian part, right? You're born into your caste and you just stay there, but food's taken care of, housing's taken care of, all your basic needs are taken care of. There's no pain. There's no natural births. There's no probably really natural deaths. They haven't really gotten into that. I know I was supposed to read the book in college and I did not. I still have the book. I still am meaning to read the book, but again, like I said, dystopian stuff is just not for me, because I feel like what you give your attention to is where your energy goes, right? So I don't want to give power to that, but to that future. But I'm like, I don't know. Not having to deal with these pesky emotions sounds pretty nice. Grieve. Don't skip this part. It's necessary. You have permission to be sad, to be all the way sad. Grieving is simply a sign that you've loved. Oh, this card's beautiful too. I really like this card. This card is Celebrate the Mystery. When you find yourself trying to figure it all out, look up. We don't know why the universe popped out of God's birthday cake, and it's really not the point. The point is eat the cake. It's delicious. I like that. Just eat the damn cake. Just enjoy life. Just have fun. Like, don't worry about it. Like, don't try to figure out what your purpose is or what you're supposed to do. And I'm telling that to myself because I'm always felt like, oh, I need to find my purpose. I need to be, destiny, fate, da 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 da. Destiny and fate don't exist. As a tarot reader, as a professional tarot reader, and like having done this now for a while and reading cards for a long time, we can change our fate, we can change our destiny. I knew a woman in Phoenix who is a professional hypnotherapist and psychic, and I was a hypnotherapist as well. I guess you could say I still am. I was part of the Hypnotist Society in Phoenix, and she was the president. And anyway, she talked about how her destiny, her fate was to have 0 children in this lifetime. But her human self really, really wanted to have a child. So what did she do? She went and had a child. And my fate or destiny in this life was to have 3 children. And this human body and this human consciousness went, not in this economy. There will be no children coming into this world, via me at least, not in this incarnation. I had plenty of children and lots of children in previous lifetimes. So I've been a mother, I've been a father, I've done that before. In this lifetime I said, no thank you. I like my child-free existence. And I like freedom. And I like, not feeling stressed out and pressured every day. So, which is normal, like to feel stressed out and pressured, but that's just an extra level that I didn't want to take on. Ooh, this card is crazy. Don't do anything half-assed. Life is short. Why spend it doggy paddling in the shallow end of the pool? 14 billion years of evolution led to you. You are epic. Act like it. I like that. You are epic. Act like it. So any of you watching, if you've been wanting to do a YouTube channel, do it. If you've been wanting to switch careers, do it. Because here's the thing about our guides and the cards. They will not give you concrete answers. And they should not be giving you concrete answers. If they do, it's a trickster spirit. What the cards and what your guides will do is what a good therapist will do. They will ask questions. They will have you think and like write lists and write it out and journal it out and like feel it out too, right? Like I feel like, we have 3 brains, our gut, our heart, and our brain. So, but our brain, we like get tripped up, right? Because we overthink things. But go with your gut and go with the way it makes you feel. Like it won't steer you wrong. So go with your gut, journal it out, write it out, and you have free will. So don't do like, oh, well, I think I should, you know, because, you know, bad things happen to good people, and, you know, sometimes things happen, and you're like, well, why did the cards tell me to do that when this bad thing happened? It was a lesson that needed to be learned, I guess, you know, because even if the cards say, yeah, like, you could make that decision, or your guides say, yeah, you can make that decision, it still may not turn out like the way you wanted it to, or the way you envisioned it, and it may not be perfect. And then you may change your mind and be like, ooh, that's not for me. So, you know, if you have a tarot reader or psychic or somebody who's taking away your power and saying it's this and only this, no. Because you are a human being with free will. So you make your own choices. You make your own fate. Your guides might say not right now, but that doesn't mean never, you know. And if you take corrective choices or stances or decisions, and you start working harder, you could still make it happen. And then of course, there's some things like that are just out of reach for normal people. Like, there's no way somebody like me is gonna manifest $1 billion. Like, it's just not gonna happen, right? So it's like, we also have to be realistic about our circumstances as well, and not get too wrapped up in magical thinking. There's like a fine line between, you know, being like, I'm gonna manifest XYZ, that you can take steps to manifest, or just being completely delulu and putting yourself into like psychosis because you're like, I'm gonna do it. Anything's possible, which is true to a degree, but within reality, right? So balance. Run toward intimacy. Our greatest desire and deepest fear is to connect, to take down our defenses, and ask people to meet the skeletons in our closet and hope they're not scared off. Take the risk. Show your true colors. Your skeletons have waited long enough. Slow down. You'll miss the honey if you hurry. Oh, I love that. You'll miss the honey if you hurry. Show up. Bring all of you to the party and try not to be late. I love how colorful the backs are. After I do the fronts, I'll show you guys the backs because they're just so pretty. They have like designs on the back too. All right. Loosen your grip. You can't control everything, so you might as well let go, and let go of letting go. And then let go of that too. This one's cool. I love the colors and all the eyes. Pay attention. Life is more interesting when you notice that you're living it. Yes. Be the observer. Touch and be touched. It's soul food, yet we go around starving. Eat. Tell the truth to yourself, to others with compassion. Honesty without empathy is like a root canal without Novocaine. Love thy nature. In the center of the forest, the trees shed their inhibitions and reveal themselves to you. Meet their gaze. Feel the ache of the divine in their gnarled, naked beauty. Recognize your longing in every twist and turn of branches toward the light. So the writing is very ornate and is kind of difficult see how ornate those, but pretty cards. Honor with the mundane. Jesus may have walked on water, but he also had to take out the trash, probably, maybe. Everything is sacred. Embrace the daily ritual as a tribute to what is. So yeah, I'm like, I feel like I'm also at this crossroads, right? It's like, I see where society's going, and I see where things will be in 2030, and I see why everything's happening, and I see like the truth. I see the big picture, right? And so I'm like, do I want to live in that society? You know, there may not be any more disease or illness or depression or anxiety, or do I want to go live in a spaceship? Not a spaceship, an Earthship. I love the Earthships in northern New Mexico and Taos. There's a community up there, and there's like one for rent right now. I just like looked it up. It looks so cool, but they're ridiculously expensive to rent or to own. So that's, you know, a problem too. So I'll probably end up just living in a smart city and just going with it, right? Dance with your darkness. When you run from your shadow runs you. Stop, turn around, make the unconscious conscious, bring the dark into the light. Spread the love. Do not hoard your precious heart currency. Love depreciates when stashed under the mattress. Spend it, splurge, break the bank, give, and ye shall receive with interest. Oh, this one's so cute too. Enjoy the ride. Don't skip to the end. The juiciest bits are the ones happening now. Unpack the present moment. Paint. Hang pictures. Make yourself at home. Be your destination. Fan your flames. An ember from the fire of creation resides within your heart. Don't let life stomp it out. Kindle your passion. Rejoice in the ecstatic heat of aliveness. Stay. If you can't sit with yourself, you won't sit well with others. Hang out with your chaotic monkey mind. Watch the thoughts come and go while the watcher remains. You are the sky, not the clouds. Don't settle. Have you ever looked back on a major life decision and said, yay, I settled? Of course not. I think adulthood is a lot of settling. I think we take the job that's like good enough. We take the job that's like close enough. I think we settle for the best that we know we are capable of, if that makes sense. And I think a lot of dreams are just dreams and maybe should stay dreams, because that gives you hope. And when you stop dreaming and you stop having hope, then, well, that's usually what we call the dark night of the soul or depression. So I think it's good to have hope. I think it's good to have dreams, and sometimes that's just all that they are. And I don't know if that's really settling. I mean, and I think that, yeah, it's like, just do your dream, just do it. It's easy, but it's like, but we live in the real world, and there are limitations and there are barriers. And I know, like, this isn't what I'm supposed to be saying as like a YouTuber, right? I'm supposed to be like, follow your bliss and make the leap. Again, balance. I like this one. This is the wild card. You are God. Write your own commandment. Because the truth is, none of us have the answer. You know, there's a million different ways to live life. There's a million different religions, there's a million different beliefs, there's a million different philosophies, there's a million different, as many people as there are on the planet, that's how many different ways that we can live life. You know, there's usually kind of like a set standard of what we are expected to be part of society and how to live, but really nobody has the answer, nobody knows, and we're just all continuing the cycle. So own your desire. The only sham in waiting is pretending that you don't. Put a name tag on that kitty and claim it. Oh boy. This card I'm not going to show because it's got a naked butt and YouTube censors. So this says, trust in goodness because trusting evil isn't fun anymore. I think we've had long enough time trusting evil, right? Like, over it. Do things that scare you. Be afraid, do it anyway. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. And improvise. Improvise. The only constant is change, so you might as well roll with it. So true. And then the last card, I like this one, practice gratitude. It's our most precious resource and it's free. So I won't show you all the backs. You guys get the point, you get the picture. So yeah, they're pretty big size. Let me pull out the mass market one from Rockpool. Because these Rockpool cards are pretty big as well. These are like more like cardboard, so they're firmer and semi-glossy, and yeah, they feel kind of like cardboard. So here's my hand, and the card isn't too wide and not too long, but then look at this one. So this one is glossy and a lot more bendy. You could definitely ruffle shuffle these cards. Here's my hands, and here's the card. Like, even with the nails, other than this middle one, are covered. So it's wider and longer than my hand. So let me show you. So, yeah, quite a bit bigger. Does anyone want me to pull a card for them from this big hunkin' deck? Like, I'm having a hard time, like, shuffling. Nikolai, you want me to pull a card for you? And I'm not sure who else is in here. I know Nikolai is my moderator. But for the 2 people who are still here, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. And if the other person wants a card pulled from either deck, let me know which deck and I will pull a card. Nikolai, you got touch and be touched. It's soul food, yet we go around starving. Eat. So yeah, well, thanks for hanging out. I was going to talk about a few things, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. Do you guys want to see another unboxing, or are y'all good? All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. Nikolai, thanks for moderating and putting the links And have fun, keep on shuffling. I'll see you all next time. Bye, y'all.